What's good, beautiful people? This is Mind Fit with yours truly, Shannon Vick. Today we are going to be discussing a topic that I think is important to many of us and that we all need to hear. The question of the day is, can you say no? This is your boy Shannon Vick. Okay, so I said the question of the day is, can you say no? But I think when you overcommit, meaning, and I used to be one of these individuals. I used to be that person that would just say yes to any and everything, just for the sake of being a people pleaser. Does that make sense? So, people would ask me to do things, right? And I knew that it was something that would, affect my schedule, or I already know that my plate is full, and I would still say yes to it anyway. I would still commit and be like, I'll just figure it out later. I'll make it work. And, now, they're happy, right? Because I was able to commit to something that they asked me to do. I'm excited, but I'm like hesitant and unsure if I'm able to make this work. But at the same time, I'm like, well, I'll figure it out. And then when it comes to that time of trying to figure it out, you realize how much of an overload you put upon yourself by overcommitting, by saying yes to something when you should have, taken maybe some time to say, hey, let me think about this and get back to you, or just flat out say no. And so over the years of doing that, I've learned to inside that it's okay to say no. And you know what? Like case in point. Okay, so I went to Kohl's the other day. I was buying a fleece blanket. All right, don't laugh at me, but it's obviously winter here in Wisconsin. It gets cold, and the fleece blanket that I have currently is too small. Like I'm just too big for it. These muscles are just popping through the hoodie, as you can see. So I went out and bought a bigger fleece. And so I go to Kohl's, and the lady's like, hey, she's like, would you like to sign up for a Kohl's credit card? And nicely, I said no. I said no, thank you. And she's like, the offer ends, January 23rd. I'm like, oh no, thank you. And she was like, you would be getting, you'd be saving X amount of dollars, with your current purchase. And I'm like, for the third time, I'm like, no, thank you. And then the fourth time she comes back, she was like, with an attitude, she's like, well, you would really be helping me out if you decided to sign up for a Kohl's credit card. And at that point, I was like, okay, I already had said no to you 3 times. The 4th time became, I ignored her. I just straight up ignored her, put my credit card in and paid for my item, and I left. But it was one of those situations where she wanted me to do something that was beneficial for her, but wasn't necessarily beneficial for me. Because when you do something like that, there's no need to say that I'm going to even remember that I got a Kohl's card. I don't know how this stuff works. I don't have time to try to figure out how it works. I'm just there to purchase an item and get out. I don't even shop at Kohl's like that to even be having a credit card. And, again, credit cards are something that, occur interest over time if it's not paid. And, we humans, we could forget. I didn't even know I had that credit card. How many of us, by the show of just a like button, go ahead and like that button, have opened up credit cards and owed something on it and didn't know because you forgot. So I'm not trying to go down that road. So me saying no should have been suffice for her, but it wasn't, because she was trying to get me to do something that she wanted me to do that was convenient for her. And, the old Shannon probably would have done it. It would have, buckled down to the peer pressure, but I'm like, I can't do this because this is not something I want to do. I didn't come in here with the intentions of signing up for a Kohl's credit card, and I'm not going to be, bamboozled into signing up for one now. And so I just use that as an example that it's okay to say no. There's nothing in your contract, and when you become a person here on this earth that says you have to do what others want you to do. At the end of the day, I always say this, you are yours before you are anybody else's. And so, you have to make your own decisions that benefit you. Now, there's obviously a balance that comes with that. I'm not saying, if a friend asks you to move and it's inconvenience for you and you don't want to do it, but you couldn't do it and you have the time to do it, help them out. Be helpful in situations like that. I'm not talking about those type of situations. I'm just talking about situations where, a person is asking you to do something that maybe is out of your scope of work, or it's just not, doesn't match up with your schedule, or it's just going to be a major inconvenience for you because you already have, that time slot filled. or whatever it may be. It could be something, it could be something that's, hey, I need money, I need cash. And it's like, well, this person is not necessarily a person who pays back. It's okay to say no. Like, we don't have to succumb to the responsibilities of other people because we have our own responsibilities. I got a family. I have things that I'm responsible for. I have my own responsibilities, and I'm not responsible for anybody else but what I'm responsible for, which is what is within my realm of responsibility, if that makes sense. So, so that's today's message. Like, be strategic. Don't be quick to answer just for the sake of answering somebody because it's exciting or it's within your emotion and you just are happy at the moment. It's okay to say, hey, let me think about it and get back to you. It's okay to say, hey, you know what? I would love to assist, but I just can't right now because of X, Y, and Z. It's okay to say that because the last thing that you want is to overcommit to something, right? You commit to something, but then you're unable to follow through on that commitment. And now you have two individuals upset. You have the person who you supposedly committed to or the person that you said yes to when you really should have said no to. And then yourself for committing to something that you just didn't feel like doing in the first place, but you did it just to appease them. So remember that and take that into into future decisions. And so, with that being said, I hope this message is encouraging. And again, we're just trying to help as many people as possible. So if you are watching this video, please like, subscribe, comment, share, get the word out with Mind Fit with Shannon Vick. I'm a pretty dope dude. So I think, what I got to say is going to help you out. It's because it helps me out, But again, today's message, it's okay to say no. All right. Encouraging, always spread a positive message, give somebody a hug, tell them you love them. All right. All that good stuff. So thank you guys for listening. Again, like, subscribe, share. All right. And I'll see you soon. Be easy. Peace.